Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Stacy. So a few thoughts I'm having, since we don't have a lot of big heavy news coming out of true crime, or at least we didn't yesterday. A few thoughts I'm having on the Kohberger case and the motion that was filed by the defense, because I think a lot of YouTubers and people in the mainstream media as well are really forgetting that this is just a motion by the defense, and they're acting as if it's a motion that is 100% true and written in stone. And we know a lot of the motions that the defense has filed have been reaches, great reaches a lot of the time. So I think it's important to keep that in mind. Also, I think it's important to keep in mind that if Judge Hippler thinks denying the trial will give them a better chance to find the leaker, because I think the last thing they want to do is find out after the trial or during the trial that someone in law enforcement who is scheduled to testify or has already testified leaked some of that information, because that the defense would not have a chance to question their credibility if they've already testified. So I think some of the prosecution and the judge's goal is to prevent anyone from testifying that leaked information unless they know what they leaked and who they gave it to and why. Maybe someone made a really bad mistake and it wasn't malicious and intentional. Maybe someone gave the family information, the family told someone who you know what I mean? Like, it could be a chain link thing, which is why it's best to just no comment when you're under a gag order. So I think their biggest concern is putting on a witness who gave up information to Dateline from the prosecution side. I think that they are worried about that could lead to a reversal, and nobody wants to have to try this case again. The families don't, the Kohbergers don't, the victim families don't, the Kohbergers don't, the prosecution and the judge don't, the Moscow taxpayers don't want to have to pay. They may have to sequester the jury for a part of the trial, and they will sequester the jury during deliberations and I believe the penalty phase. So you're asking people to give up a lot to sit on a 3-month trial that may be sequestered for a couple weeks of it. I don't know. But I think there's a lot of overreaction and not a lot of thought as to it is a motion. Judge Hippler has not agreed or even made a comment on it. He, I'm sure, is looking into the case law that Ms. Taylor brought up and seeing if that is at all applicable to Mr. Kohberger's case. So I hope everyone just kind of takes a deep breath, and I trust Judge Hippler. Some people don't like him. They think he's really strict, but I think he will follow